와, 진짜 감사합니다.
맛있게 드세요.
예, 맛있겠다. Dude, it smells so good and the broth looks so thick.
Welcome to Eating What Is Given, the channel dedicated to searching every corner of Korea to find the best food experiences you can find. Please subscribe to learn along with us as we search for a deeper understanding of how food and culture can connect us with people. As I mentioned before, for some reason when the weather gets colder, I become obsessed with firewood. And I know it might be inefficient and there are perhaps better and easier ways to cook food. Hold on a second, just hear me out. In America, cooking with firewood smoke is what my family is known for. And they say most of taste comes from smell, right? So there's just something about that smoky smell that instantly connects me with my family's smokehouse at the butcher shop. So when I heard about a village in Gapyeong that cooks giant scalding cauldrons of spicy Doktoritang using wood fire, I knew I had to check it out.
Crazy. Oh my gosh. It's really hot. You gotta be careful. Wow, look at the goguma. You can see the whole goguma. Dude, it smells so good and the broth looks so thick. Dude, this is absolutely crazy. Crazy 닭볶음탕. And I'm gonna try just the broth first. The broth looks perfect. Wow, it's really strong, like chicken grease. Yeah, I think you're supposed to put it in these bowls to cool it down. These little potatoes. Oh. Oh, dude, those potatoes are cooked so perfectly. Like, what do you think? It's good? This is a really good meal, actually. Definitely tojeongdak, so this is not just like regular chicken. These are... So interesting because the texture is so chewy. But I think the way they cook it, by boiling at that really high heat, it's still surprisingly soft. It's crazy because they just like, they're using wood fire. They just like roll it out to your table. Oh, amazing. For me, the broth is like, it's actually kind of a subtle broth. Even though it looks really spicy, but it feels like over time it's gonna get thicker and more spicy. But for me, it almost tastes like dakgalbi. Like dakgalbi sauce, more than 닭볶음탕. It's got a little sweet curry taste. But the strongest taste is the chicken grease, actually. I think that it comes from the really strong boiling of the chicken for a long time. Very intense chicken broth. It's really good. chicken is so delicious. Like, it's crazy. Huge chicken leg, tojongdak chicken. The thing about tojongdak is like, for me, the texture reminds me so much of turkey. The taste is definitely chicken.
바로 드셔도 돼요?
My favorite part of this meal is the potatoes, actually. They're so soft, they're like almost like a mashed potato. Wow. The sweet potato is awesome. Wow. I love sweet potatoes. I want to know the history of this a little bit. Like, do you think this was around the same time of dakgalbi? Because I know this area is really famous for chicken. Like, was this invented after the Korean War? It's a messy meal. It's still there.
On your nose.
So good. I've like stopped using this bowl, just use this bowl. It's perfect wintertime dish. Gojongdak neck. The most delicious. I think maybe the sweet potato is my favorite part of this whole thing, actually. The chicken's amazing. Good. Wow. See, now it's like I think we need ramen, because this is just gonna be perfect with ramen. Do you think we'll have room for bokkeumbap too? Because the thing is, I like ramen and you like bokkeumbap. We should try to get both. Oh, the noodles just soak up the chicken grease. Atmosphere, like you boil this chicken soup for so long, and the broth gets thicker and thicker, and then you add ramen at the end. These noodles are just, oh, this is amazing. It's winter, it's cold outside. This big bowl of stew. It's like one of the biggest bowls of stew I've ever seen in my life. It's a lot of chicken. This is the first time I've ever realized this. I always wonder where you can find those pans, right? But look at the bottom of it. Every Korean watching this is gonna be like, no shit, no duh, Austin. But like, I just now realized that for the first time. I'm always like, where do you find these? Where do they make these? That's just a pot lid. This is the gizzard. This is the 닭동집. 동집. Man. 도종닭, 닭동집. So soft.
누룽지 좋아하시면 2분 뒤에 드세요.
Man, there is something about cooking bokkeumbap on a cast iron skillet. The best thing about this restaurant is the cooking method. It's just that hot fire on the steel, the blazing hot steel, is what makes it. Because the rice is like chewy.
해드릴게요.
Yeah. It's the method of cooking that really makes this delicious. Like, I don't know. You eat in steps and stages, and the meal like evolves as you eat it. The first bite is like not very strong because the soup is light. And then at the end, the soup is super thick and rich and dense. And you start adding carbs and it gets even thicker. It's amazing. This is a good place. Really fun.